have done. If anybody can prepare for that, I'm sure Laloon, Helby, and the rest of the styles here. Will it be a Dokkaebi Deimos? Will there be a mirror going? You know, are they going to double down all too soon? Not aware of what's going on mezzanine, and you've just lost a very important piece of utility. And you've also lost a couple of lives as Blaz and Nath managed to pick up one apiece. Yupa does.
For example, but now I've got to be really careful about the death from above that can still hit them. Freck pops up, gets rid of one. A little bit of a mistiming really on the GK side, and it feels like this round is only going from bad to worse, unfortunately.
Yeah, it certainly does look like that, unless they can find them. I think the next kill is particularly important, and Starks manages to get it. That just throws a little bit of excitement into this one, doesn't it? Because it now, as we would expect, they're playing this really, really cautiously, and they're just going to hold the lines aside until they have to be pushed, until they have to move in. There it is. Lasmore gets one. Can he get a second? He's fine to be aggressive now. He does pick it up, and that is going to be the round for shit. So far, it's organised. They've got a plan in place for, you know, every element that they need to concern themselves with. For example, getting that map line done to force the defenders to move up their positions. They weren't quite ready for that one, though. I don't think they necessarily had a plan for Blaz shooting Ask as he jumped in through the window, but Groovy was there for a trade at least. Yupa does manage to find Lasmore, but the problem here for GK is these are all trades. There's the first kill is always coming for Shifters. Shifters are on the front foot. Shifters are the one able to go in there and really
to play for the retake. Let them get the control they want, then we retake a little bit later. Give up some of the map to fight back for it later, and it's done them wonders. Starks really had to be getting a kill there, but Robbie has got it back onto him. It's a 3 versus 1. Shifters continue to show they can defend pretty damn well on Chalet, and GK still left looking for that elusive win. Guys in mind, maybe he gets away with a kill here, Tim, but we know exactly which way this round is going to go. No time left. Shifters going up 2-0.
Yeah, Shifters playing that smart. They're not giving too much of themselves away, and, you know, making it a closer round than it needed to be. Utility. He's got, you know, a little bit of support from Blaz as well. He's now being tracked by Deimos. They're just, again, proving to be an absolute nightmare, but well played from GK. They get in and they get both of them without losing a life, and that is a great start for GK.
Not bad. They lose one off on the back of it, but I think the way they played around that, although it has been slow, I said earlier on, I'd rather them play slow and go fast later, rather than rushing it early on and paying the price. And somewhat paying the price here. That's another one falling down as Ask gets his second in the round. The kill confirmed, I guess, really means 1 kill for the round, but you won't complain too much. Another odd shot out of nowhere means there's 2 kills here towards Shifters, Tim. They're far from out of this round, but those 2 kills that realistically they shouldn't have been getting away with. They make it a 3rd, and now it's being swung again, almost gets away with it, but no. Groovy comes out on top. Robbie against a very low HP Groovy and a pretty decently healthy Yogg.
That's the problem, isn't it? Those 2 just kills that they needed were just Freck and Robbie. You know, 2 of the best players that we've seen on the side of Shifters so far. Freck's really given Robbie an opportunity to win this here, but not being able to get in to stop that diffuser going down, that is a big, big hit for Robbie to take here, because as we can see, the Deimos of Groovy has gone up above. He had a track with
this guy. What wasn't always, obviously, you always see it on camera, but there were 2 players and various of the things that all build in together. So it's more of what you've seen across the last few rounds that's really going to matter in towards it. Their initial focus, though, I was going to say, is getting control of lobby, and Groovy could have got away with a second there, escaped, but has got rid of...
The calls continue to come in, but Nath is going to do the same now. So anytime you see that red circle, if it's not ticking down, it means the phone has been destroyed. Dokkaebi cannot call them, so there's only Lasmore left who can be called. I wish they had, as he manages to find one. Nath with the nitro. 3 versus 1, though, as the fight back is put down. Shifters, they try to do something. Nath continues, though. 12 seconds. They're going to have to do something here. Big shotgun kill from Nath. The diffuser's down, Des, but this is a 1v1.
But Ask comes out on top 2 rounds in a row for G.
If they're able to come in here and take Shifters down, it's been a quality outfit so far, and it is 2-2, 5 versus 4. They do it again, diving through that door when the opportunity isn't there. The landscape was shifted, and neither of them are going to be too confident, too keen on getting themselves into gunfights. Position is going to be untenable as Lasmore drops over the handrail. Yogg manages to get Freck. Groovy another as the net continues the title for GK here. 4 versus 2. Nath on low health. I'm not sure that Shifters are going to hold on here, because they are just dug deep inside a site. Very little they can do to get themselves out of it now.
They're very much penned in, aren't they? This is not looking good for them. They need a kill from somewhere, but I don't think it's going to come. Final 10 seconds. Jupa's good for one. There is a kill from Robbie, but there's an immediate trade. Geekay yet again.
Towards him, he's using those Kiba barricades, keeping them guessing. They don't know which side he's going to push from. He's having his Kibas used against him a little bit here by the Blackbearders.
I love that.
Beautiful stuff from Groovy. Jumps up on the display case, just switches up the paradigm, just changes the angle. Beautiful stuff. Takes out his man, and GK can get moving.
They have to know that Robbie, like, surely we can't be losing the Blackbeard for free here. Now, at least that air jab came in a good time. It's not so much the air jab didn't go off, it's more the fact he had to shoot it. The sound effect will give away where he is, and there's Sarks to pop up underneath and punish him as well. Yet, while we're seeing good play from players like Laswo in that position, there's not a lot of team support going on right now, Tim. It's hard in that spot, granted, to give support, but knowing when to back away is as important as knowing when to stay. And I think Robbie there has just paid the price by overstaying his welcome. Nath at least gets one back, but GK yet again, their force is starting to mount up here. And Nate's the one who's currently being pressured out from a couple of angles as the plant is going on down at the same time. Him and Freck, they're left in a 2 versus 4 post plan. This will be another round going the way of GK.
Yeah, very little that they can do here realistically. Sarks manages to find one. Nath goes for the fight. Is also taken down, and GK proving.
The thing is, both of these things, they can be swapped around because it's very easy.
All right, I like how you're putting that, and it puts prospect for both these teams. Looking at
they're going to have a very widespread defense to play against here. Groovy is playing that mezzanine position. Oh, he's got away! Somehow he gets away. Lasmo does take him down from the window. Yupo finds one along.
Start, maybe a little bit less so by what I've seen since then, Tim. They've lost the Dockerby and they've lost the shield. At least now they balance things back out into a 3v3.
Yeah, pretty easy for Nath there to pick up the mute, but the quite problem for you because you can't spend all that time pushing him necessarily. You certainly can't lose somebody to him down there, and that honestly is a huge blow for Shifters in this round. Asker's played that beautifully. They have to start rushing. Nath just gives the opportunity to Yoga, who is happy to accept with the DMR, and that now leaves Robbie with it all to do. Very little health, big problem. Shifters. Round 7 looks like it'll be going to GK, which will leave them 5-2 on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they've played it so well this round. Like, I know it was a moment, a point where I was like, okay, they've been hard punished here. Sarks got deleted off meds, and I thought, all right, Shifter's looking good. But ever since then, GK's response has just been absolutely brilliant, down to being hunted down in the basement, down to the individual one-on-one gunfights that they've won. They've forced Shifters into not being able to play.
To give Shifters here, is it going to give them the opportunity to get in through the window? He can hold the door at least, so that is something. And the play is all going to come down to that, but are they going to lose too much along the way? Groovy finds Blaz, diffuses down. Nath has dropped it as he dies to Groovy as well. 5 versus 2, Shifters no choice but to look for kills. They lose to Blackbeard, it's up to Robbie. 1 versus 4, out of the window, half health, 8 seconds left to go. This is another round done and dusted with GK, putting themselves now onto map point. Look at the confidence that they are playing with. Out of the window, fighting for the kills, chasing everything.
It's crossed in front of him here, and Robbie, unfortunately, can find absolutely neither. Now, that means he's under a lot of threat on the window at the same time. He's got to be super careful here as Ask gets the entry. Tim, is that a sign of the times? It could well be. As they get a second, he does get traded out, but the damage is done. They're trying to really risky plant under the hatch here, but knowing they've got cover from the window might just prove to be enough, and will get a chance to stick it, and they get a kill off the back of it as Yupa falls by the wayside. Sarks, at least one back the other way, a 3 versus 2. This is still doable for Shifters. They've just got to make sure they get another kill to bring things down to a 2v2. And sure enough, that is what they do. Sarks knows that he can't stick it. Needs to go for the kill. He knows where his teammate died from. They know they've got a punish on towards Blaz. Nate still sitting on the window here, of course. Can repel in at any time and go for the exchange. But he wants to try and get rid of Yoggers off towards his left. They get one more. They have to know that he's on big window. He's going to have to repel in, locking himself into the animation. It's the easy swing that comes out, and they're on the diffuser. Tim, GK have done it. 7-2, an emphatic victory, 3 points, and that puts Shifters down to second from bottom. Not the play there.
GK make quick work of Shifters. 7-2, 3 points go their way, and that means we get to speak to them. We have Groovy joining us here for the interview. Groovy, congratulations on the 3 points, but a 7-2, were you expecting that result?
Yeah, first thing, hello. I mean, I would lie if I would say that we did not expect the result. I'll be honest with you guys. Hey, that's a good game for us as a team, you know?
Groovy, I would say we spoke last week. The issue last week was that the attacks maybe weren't functioning so well. And then today, they were absolutely brilliant. So what's changed in the last 6 days since we spoke to you?
I mean, we've been working very hard on the attacks, like how to fix the issues, like with the small overpicks, like with the miscommunication, with not going on the timings. Well, the first 2 rounds that we played, I felt like the same issues appeared again.
Yeah.
But then we said, guys, we have to switch over. We have to, let's try maybe a bit different way. Let's punish them for standing still. Like, let's be more compact as a team. And yeah, we changed the way we played the game, and I think it worked well for us. We started playing a bit, more of demos, like the Dokebi, so Stars could get the space, or us could get the space, or I was taking the space with BB. So yeah, I think we've been working hard on that, and slowly it's getting better. It's still not on the level that we want it to be, but at least we can win some attacks and make them look like we are a team, not randoms,
Yeah, I think we've seen that in the attacks, where the fact that you guys had multiple moments where one guy was, for example, in basement lurking up, one guy's just got into bar, another one was poking from the windows. It felt like you were trying to be everywhere, and it worked. Like, you created overpicking on the side of shifters. Was it part of the game plan?
Yes, kind of. We went through the prep before the game, and we kind of knew how we should play against them to make them a bit uncomfortable on the either defense side or on the attack. So we kind of force it. It was not the whole idea, but yes, we did kind of.
Is it something like a playstyle that we're gonna see more from you guys? Because I think we've seen that with Jack, with Geekay in general, that you like spreading around the map and giving space to Sarx, to Ask, and then having multiple pressure points. Is that a playstyle that I think will be your identity throughout the rest of the stage?
I'll be honest, I don't even want to say too much about the attacks, but yeah, let's see. I mean, let's see. I don't think we have strictly a one playstyle that we want to focus on during the whole stage. I think we want to develop and play a bit of everything, be a bit of the VP, the new one, the old VP, and maybe a bit of FaZe. So really see how it's gonna go. It's a hard time, to be honest, to be team that can do a bit of everything, because it takes time to develop and understand everything. So we'll see how we're gonna end up after the stage or in 2 seasons.
Okay, well, I understand you can't be giving us too much information on everything that's going on behind the closed doors, but maybe a bit of information about the game tomorrow. Big one against Falcons.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a good game. I think but for us, it's a normal day in the office. I think we just have to go and play the game that we want to play. Well, Falcons is a really good team, so no matter which map you're gonna play or how we're gonna play, it's always gonna be a hard game, because they just have 5 players that are literally really good. So they can always show up as a player. So it's gonna be a tough game for us, and everyone from us have to show up as a team. Basically, we won't win the game by individual level, right?
I really respect that view. I feel like that makes a lot of sense. Thanks so much for your time, Groovy, and good luck tomorrow.
No worries. Thank you, guys. See you guys tomorrow.
In this kind of scenario, you have multiple ways to fix it. You bring a lot of traps so that you're more aware. You bring intel so that you make sure that you're not surprised. You get closer together. Maybe you turtle behind some utility to avoid the gaps that the Geekay are finding. And then last thing, if Geekay are gonna start spreading around the map, then you know that every single time you see someone, he's isolated. So then double up on this guy.